Through the first 4 games, it's been quite a rough and tumble series, and this crowd is expecting more of the same here. It's on to Game 5 of the National League Championship Series between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Cincinnati Reds. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me are Eric Harris and Steve Lyons. And Steve, this is still anyone's series as we get ready for Game 5.
Well, and now you can see they're down 3-1, so we're in that classic must-win territory now. They're going to need to win 3 straight to take the series. But as a player, you really can't think that way. It's time for that old baseball cliche. You got to take them 1 game at a time, and that definitely applies right here and now.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Cincinnati Reds.
And a look now at the batting order for the visiting Milwaukee Brewers. Steve, how do they go about keeping the series alive?
Well, they're facing a guy today that throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to have to be aggressive early in the count, but get the ball up in the zone. Shorten up a little bit, put the ball in play.
Jacoby Ellsbury is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0.
First pitch, 7:05.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Gray's ready, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now, how important is it going to be for this guy to throw that curveball for strikes?
I don't know that he necessarily needs to ever throw it for a strike. I mean, if it's around the plate and he's getting guys to go after it, it's doing its job. But if he starts to get too high or too far outside, then it's just an easy take.
And this will miss as well, so he's in danger of losing the leadoff man here tonight. It's 3-1 now.
And this is one guy you want to make earn his way on. Now, if you walk him, he can make it cost you with that speed of his.
And this will be nowhere close as his control deserts him here. It's a 5-pitch walk.
Now, he's got to take a deep breath out there on the mound right now. I mean, not only will he kick himself for walking the leadoff guy, but also he just walked the fastest guy in the building. I mean, that's definitely not what he wanted to do out there.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
And Ellsbury's running. A pitch out. The throw. And even a pitch out can't do the trick. He's in there at second. No one out with a runner at second. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
And if he can come in here and start putting that pitch in that location, ain't nobody going to touch him.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, my man Larry, he's solid. Rarely do many people get upset with his calling of the strike zone because it doesn't.
And this one is gone. A home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His first homer here in the series. And the Brewers move out in front now 2-0.
Well, there are curveballs that have some pretty good bite to them, and then there's some hangers. And this, folks, well, this is a hanger. You can see his eyes light up on that one. That's a mistake pitch if I've ever seen it.
Miguel Sano will dig in now, and he's picked the wrong time of year for his bat to go silent.
Yeah, just one hit in the series so far for him, and they're going to have to get more out of his bat. He's got to make sure he doesn't press up there, or that average is going to continue to go south.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Oh, now there's a location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, you're just going to bang it into the ground all night long.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Well, this is how you got to do it in this league. If you give up a 2-run home run, you got to just move on quickly. He's still upset about it, don't get me wrong, but it's when you dwell on it that you get yourself into more trouble.
Steve Pearce will get his shot now. Great power numbers during the regular season. Still searching for that first home run in the postseason, however.
And these guys really need him to start producing because it seems like pitchers have the upper hand in the postseason. You're always facing the other team's best. And they've pretty well neutralized him all October long. Yeah, that's just a good pitch right there. That's a two-seam fastball working its way back inside. And he's probably fortunate he didn't break his bat. He winds up getting this one right down there on the label, and he's retired.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. The rain, as we've mentioned, coming down fairly steadily here at game time. EK, how'd you like playing in the rain?
It wasn't that bad. The only problem, sometimes up at the plate, batting gloves would get...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. But the Brewers do get 2 on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the first coming up. It's 2-0 Milwaukee. Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. Steve, how do they need to go about winning the National League pennant here at home?
Oh, you got to chip away. You're down by 2 after the top of the first, and that doesn't guarantee they're not going to score more runs as this game goes along, but find a way to get yourself back in this game.
Gene Segura comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Gene Segura.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Showing bunt there, but he pulls back and it's 1-1. Now here's the pitch. Fastball called strike. 1-2.
Yeah, that pitch is still up a little bit, but at least this one was out on a corner. But I don't think I'd want to be making a living up there too much.
Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Ellsbury is under it. Makes the play, 1 away.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
Stepping in, Charlie Blackmon. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Into the windup and the pitch. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball, 1-0. Sent on the ground out to second. Glove by Castro. Throw gets him, 2 down. And with 2 away, here's a look at our updated playoff brackets. And the question on everyone's mind is, will we be able to punch our first ticket to the World Series after tonight's ball game? Corey Dickerson Gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, however, strike 1. Hard liner toward short. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Yeah, he was hoping for a quick 1-2-3 to start the night. Now he's going to have a little work to do with a runner on and a dangerous cleanup hitter coming up.
Edwin Encarnacion will take his cuts now, and he is one guy whose bat has not made the transition from regular season to postseason.
Yeah, and he was so good during the regular year, but he's been a non-factor so far in this postseason.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Sano moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Starlin Castro will dig in here, and it's been a series to forget for him so far as you see the numbers there.
With these guys just 1 game away from going home, he may not have too many more opportunities to turn things around. He's got to make every at-bat count from here on out.
Grounded down the third baseline. Sung takes it in. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
And here's a situation where, heck, just make contact. Put the ball in play. You never know. Winds up beating this ball out.
Into the box, Miguel Montero, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Nobody out, runner on first. And this is swung on and missed that time by Montero. No balls and 2 strikes now. Too high. 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Got him.
Well, you know, Eric and I like to talk a lot about pitchers keeping hitters off balance at the plate. And this is an excellent illustration of what we're talking about. Now, we didn't like to be off balance at the plate, but this is what you get. He goes fast, then slow, fast, then slow. They never give him the same pitch or the same speed twice in a row. And that's how you keep a guy's timing all messed up.
Adonis Garcia will get a chance here, and you see the numbers for the series. He just has not gotten going yet.
Now, and if they're going to get back in this series, they're going to need him to get back in the groove because this pitching staff has buried him so far.
This is hit high in the air out to left field. Blackman is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Carl Crawford set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Fans, this reminder to stop by the stadium store located on the main concourse to pick up all your postseason souvenirs. We've got hats, we've got shirts, we've got jerseys. You want it, we've got it. Make sure to stop by tonight and make sure you're outfitted for the postseason. Fans, if you're sitting in section 121, row H, you're sitting in the Topps lucky row of the game. You'll be taking home a pack of Topps baseball cards. Congratulations from Topps.
And this is low, ball one.
And he's got to start finding ways to throw that curveball for strikes, because if he doesn't, guys will keep taking it and wait for the fastball.
And that's too high, ball two. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
Especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
3-0 now. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count.
Maybe even taking 2.
And no doubt about this one, it's in there, 3-1.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
A runner on first with 2 away. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Oh, you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and the guy moves up into scoring position here.
Jacoby Ellsbury is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. In for a strike, it's 1-1.
And in a spot like this, first and second with 2 away, that's where he's at his toughest on the mound. He'll bear down and start finding the corners of the strike zone. Makes it very hard for you to score runs off him.
Hit hard on the ground to second, reined in, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Brewers strand a couple as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Leading off the inning, Mookie Betts, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
And he takes ball 1.
Well, this is a spot where it helps to have a 2-seam fastball like that so you can work in on the right-handed hitters.
Chacin's ready. Here it comes on 1-0. This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and in a good hitter's park like this one, it's going to be even more important than usual to keep that fastball down. That's right where he's got to be living.
Shot back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single.
You talk about a guy who's really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. And he's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
Into the box now, Steven Sung, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, he's just flat out a better hitter from the left side. He's a switch hitter, but it's no secret this is his favorite side to hit from.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Throw over to the the bag and the runner back. A runner at first with no outs here. Runners off for second. Pitch inside. The throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
We've seen him use his speed more than once here this postseason, and he's on the run again here as he gets into second with the stolen base.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. After it is Ellsbury. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting seven.
Runner in scoring position at second with one away. And standing in, trouble now in the person of Albert Pujols. First pitch of the at-bat. Liner toward right center. And that's going to get down out there.
And these guys know that if you're going to get to a pitcher like this, you got to get to him early. And once he settles in, he can be really tough. But they've got 2 on against him now and only 1 out.
Derek Norris will stand in, and you see the numbers for the series so far. He's really been one of their unsung heroes.
Well, it seems like in just about every series, you get that one guy who really steps up, and he's been that guy so far.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And the runner's breaking for third. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw not nearly in time as he takes third easily.
You'd have to figure he's going on his own out there at second. Normally, you'd see that trail runner in motion as well if it was called from the bench. He saw it, they weren't keeping close tabs on him, so he was able to make it into third with the stolen base.
Tapped out in front of home. Over to the first baseman, Pierce, and there are 2 gone now.
Yeah, and you know, that's a nice play back there behind the plate. For a big guy, look how quickly he springs to his feet, gets rid of that mass, and then he finds the ball here to make the throw to first to get his man.
Standing in now, Everett Cabrera. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Oh, and he lays one down here, and this is going to be a tough play. And the runner from third crosses the plate. It's now a 2-1 ball game. So credit him with an RBI as he really caught him by surprise there by dropping that down. So striding in, Gene Segura, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Runner goes for second. A pitch out. The throw. And they'll nail him at second on a brilliant call to pitch out, and the inning is over. Matt Duffy is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Third baseman, number 5, Matt Duffy.
Third inning starts with a slider that's looked at here for ball 1. In there, and it's even at 1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Gray against the sign. Here's the 1-2. And that misses 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Segura to his left. He's there. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
And I just think this is one of those swings where you just get committed a little bit too early. By the time he realized this thing was going to break out of the strike zone, it was just a little too late to hold back.
Ready now, Miguel Sano. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him on just 3 pitches.
They'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. That's by him for strike 1.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Steve Pearce waits on deck. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And that misses for ball 4.
Boy, and he's not too thrilled with that call out there on the mound. And you know what? I don't blame him. I mean, have a look where this pitch is. That catches an awful lot of the plate, and I think I'd be mad if I were him.
Here's Steve Pearce now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Runners on first with 1 down. That evens it up, 1-1. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
And after that call, you know he's got to be turning around to say something like, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't need any help.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now, as he'll take a look at ball 1.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
In tight, awfully tight, 2-0 now.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Hit hard towards center. In there, a base hit.
And a good job there keeping the inning alive. That's all you needed to do. And now one more 2-out knock, and they get that run right back.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Dickerson's under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Brewers strand a couple. They lead it 2-1. Gene Segura digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
That's yanked into the stands, strike 1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He goes after a pitch on the outer half and pops it weakly toward the left side of the infield.
He got caught in a situation where he had to protect with 2 strikes. He's probably fortunate he even got wood on this one, but it didn't matter much as this turns into an easy little soft liner.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. That's lifted the other way out to left. Crawford giving chase. He dives, but he can't make the play.
Well, that's one of the dangers of being a corner outfielder. If you dive, there's no safety net behind you. I think he's pretty lucky in the end that this one wound up only being 2 bases instead of 3. Heck, could have even been 4.
Stepping in now, Corey Dickerson, as he'll take a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. One out and a runner on second base. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Ellsbury has it in his tracks, and he makes the catch for the second out. The relay throw, but too late, and he's safe at third.
Yeah, this ball's hit high enough that he can go back and tag at second base. So that's a good job of moving up the extra 90 feet now with 2 outs.
Now in the box, Edwin Encarnacion. He flew out in his last at-bat. Hot shot toward third. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's now a 2-2 ball game.
So smart here at the plate. You can see he's not trying to hit the ball out of the park. Well, there are times for that, but here he's got a guy out there on third, so this is just a short, compact swing. Just looking to get that run home. He's able to get the job done.
Here's Mookie Betts, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. Hit high and deep to right center. Ellsbury going back. Still going back. Gone! So it's a 2-run shot to right center, his second home run of the series, and it stakes the Reds to a 4-2 lead.
I tell you, what's impressive about this swing in this weather, when it's this cold, you really got to get a hold of one if you're going to take it the other way in this ballpark. That's pretty darn impressive right there.
Up next for Cincinnati.
Into the box now, Steven Sung, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. You know, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way, but pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning, 2 on this 2-run home run. We played 3 full. It's now 4-2 Cincinnati. Miguel Montero is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
And, you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Strike 2 on the curveball, 0-2. Ripped on the ground to first. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit.
Wow. You've got the guy in the hole, 0-2. He's forced to protect the outer edges, but he doesn't have to worry about protecting against a pitch like this. Look where it is. That's a big mistake in location there, leading off an inning.
And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. In now, Adonis Garcia, as here's a strike from Gray to put him in the hole, 0-1. In the dirt here. And he is safe at second base as the decision to move up pays off, and that'll likely be scored a wild pitch.
Well, and as you guys well know, mistakes tend to get magnified here in the postseason, so we'll have to see if this free 90 feet winds up leading to a run.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Oh, and he misses it. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. Oh, and he misses the stop sign there as he heads for the plate. Tag from Norris, and he is out at the plate.
Well, he's trying to do what he can to get his guys a step closer to tying this thing, but that time he was a little too optimistic. They tag him out easily at home plate.
Here's Carl Crawford now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And that'll get down for a base hit.
And this is a situation now on the mound where you can't worry about how you got into it. You've got to worry about how you're going to get out of it. And he's got some work to do now to protect this lead.
Gray sets. Here's the first pitch. Jacoby Ellsbury stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0.
All right, you're down 2 here. You've got the tying runs in scoring position with 1 out. This has to be a productive at-bat. Even if you don't reach base, you've got to get that guy in from third.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. We're in the 4th inning of a 4-2 ball game. Outside, 3-0 now. Matt Duffy is on deck. The 3-0 pitch. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball. So stepping in, Matt Duffy, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And a high strike there, 0-1. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
And he falls behind 0-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Hot shot on the ground is short. Segura has it. Cabrera for one. On to Encarnacion, and it's in time for the double play, and the inning is over. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. More coming up from Game 5 after this. Albert Pujols is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And for that guy right there, this is going to be an important inning. He's already given up 4 runs through 3. And you know, they need to get a minimum of 5, hopefully 6 innings out of him. So he needs to show something right here.
Hit hard back up the middle. And the throw by Castro takes care of him for the first out.
The catcher, number 3, Derek Norris.
Digging in, Derek Norris. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First delivery to him on the way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Well, one of the reasons he's not pitching well is because he's only thrown a first pitch strike about 50% of the time. That's not a good enough percentage to get ahead of hitters.
Good breaking ball, but he missed inside with it. A ball and a strike.
Trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
And this pitch misses to the Reds catcher. Now 2-1.
Well, you're not going to get that call if you've been all over the place. Now, if I'm pitching, I want that call, but at this point, he hasn't earned it.
Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now. Gotta say, they've done a pretty nice job laying off that tough changeup.
And I think you have to give some credit to that hitting coach. He's tried to tell him that pitch is not going to be a strike. You got to wait and make him bring something up in the zone.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. And now Ellsbury will get it in off the wall. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Up next for Cincinnati, second baseman.
And things are continuing to go poorly for him out there. That's now the 8th hit he's given up in just 3 1/3 innings of work. With a line like that, he's not going to be sticking around much longer.
Digging in, Everett Cabrera. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And you know, guys, he's not quite as successful when he's batting left-handed in general. He tends to have more success from the other side.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. The 0-1 on its way. Runner goes for third. Sacrifice attempt here, and he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Wow. This is a great example of what not to do when a guy's trying to give himself up. I don't know if he heard someone yelling for third or what, but they wind up not getting an out here at all. This is a big letdown defensively.
Action in that Milwaukee bullpen now as a left-hander started to throw out there. Gene Segura standing in as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And with his speed, contact probably means a run right here. So that's got to be his only thought process at the plate.
The runner's breaking for home. And they roll the dice with the squeeze, and he gets it down. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Now batting, left fielder.
Matt Moore is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning.
Matt Moore.
Charlie Blackmon will be his first assignment here as they'll face him with runners at first and second and one gone. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. And the run is in to score from second. And not in time as the second run scores.
I'll tell you, this guy has been something else in these playoffs. I mean, when it matters most, he's come up aces more times than not. And he delivers once again here with a ringing double. Man, he's fun to watch.
Into the box, Corey Dickerson, as he's swinging first pitch and sends a line drive out to left center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's an 8-2 game.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Edwin Encarnacion now, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Four runs here in this half inning. High in the air and deep to left center field. Ellsbury ranging back to the track, to the wall. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So a two-run home run for Edwin Encarnacion. His second home run of the series as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
But I want you to check out the location of where this pitch is in the strike zone. It's up and it's right down the middle. I mean, maybe you get away with that to a 220 hitting backup catcher, but not to a guy like this.
Now batting, center
Here's
fielder,
Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts.
As he'll swing and hit this one hard but fouled off to the left and out of play. Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
Now a swing and he pops it foul behind the plate. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Bases are empty, one man out. And another foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Ellsbury calls for it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Steven Sung.
Steven Sung will take another shot here. He's flied out and lined out in 2 trips.
Well, 0 for 2, but he's taken some decent hacks. Could see a better result in this at-bat.
Into the seats, 0-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and little pop-up here right behind home plate. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Here's the 0-2. There's a swing and a high fly ball out to left field. This ball's got a chance, and this one is gone.
And he must have had a big old country breakfast this morning, pal. Boy, oh boy.
Solo shot here to left, his second home run of the series as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Boy, that guy on the mound right now is absolutely livid. He knows that he threw way too hittable of a pitch in the situation when he's ahead in the count like that. He should be mad at himself.
Here's Albert now.
The designated hitter, Albert.
As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And it's in time at first. And hallelujah, the side is retired. The final damage here, 10 come to the... Miguel Sano will stride forward to lead it off. And I'd imagine he'll do so with some tired legs after being out in the field for that last half inning.
Yeah, that was a killer. He could probably use a minute or two on the bench, but he gets pressed right back into action here.
Damian Kinsey is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Miguel Sano will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Time to join this one now in the bottom of inning number 5.
Leading up,
Derek Norris steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Here comes the first pitch. Fly ball heading for the alley. Sano going back on it, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. The relay, and a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double.
Right center field. This is a fastball, and he just slashes this thing the other way into the gap. No real chance for the outfielders to cut that one off, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
Everett Cabrera will be the batter. Couple of singles to his credit thus far.
Well, 2 singles isn't necessarily an eye-catching performance, but hey, I'm sure he's feeling just fine about it.
A runner at second, nobody out. Now a ball lifted high in the air towards shallow right center field. Sano has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Shortstop
Gene Segura gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Sano racing back. He gets there, and that's the second out. And he is in there.
now batting, left fielder
Charlie Blackmon will step in. He doubled home a couple his last time.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today, and let's see if they can keep it going.
And a feeble swing that time. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
Line toward the gap in left center. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
just a perfect swing right there. You'll see it head down, eyes right on the baseball all the way. Great extension. He just drives this thing into center field to score that runner from third.
Corey Dickerson is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. Time to play pitching coach. What's he doing wrong?
It's more of a question of what's he doing right. It ain't much.
0-1, here's the pitch. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
And if he swung at that first one, no reason not to go up there again.
2 out with the man at first. Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Crawford on the move. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. It's a run on 2 hits here for Cincinnati. 5 innings complete. Miguel Montero steps in here to lead off the 6th as the rain continues to fall here.
I'm glad I'm up in this cozy booth with you guys because it kind of looks pretty miserable down there to me.
And we'll move forward now to the top of inning number 9. Miguel Sano will be the one to start things off with his guys needing a 9th inning rally here if this series is going to make it to a game 6. So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs. Really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
Time of the ball game,